We just unveiled the first 6 games of the 2014 BYU football schedule, opening at UConn, followed by another road game at Texas, then BYU home for Houston, Virginia, and Utah State before an October road trip to Orlando and Central Florida. Now we roll out the back half of the 2014 BYU football schedule. Again, BYU Athletic Director Tom Holmoe, nice enough to join us in studio to kind of delve into this. Let's go with lucky Game 7, Tom. Saturday, October 18th against the Nevada Wolfpack.
Well, the last time Nevada was in Lavelle Edwards Stadium, they had a quarterback by the name of Colin Kaepernick. I don't know if Colin will be back in that quality, but it should be a good game. I like the regional makeup. You've seen that we've tried to get these regional matchups, and Nevada brings a good quality team, a good tradition that we're starting to make. We could have some more games with them in the future.
A couple of Mountain West teams on the schedule this year. How's your relationship with the Mountain West Conference?
It's better and better. They've been helpful. We were able to get a couple teams now and in the future, and it's just difficult for scheduling. As they gain more members, it was harder for them to let their teams play at different times in the year. But the Mountain West Conference has been very collaborative with us to be able to make sure that their teams can play us on big screen TV, ESPN, and they like that, so they're helpful.
Another Mountain West team in game number 8 and what has become a nice little regional rivalry at Boise State Saturday, October 25th.
This is turning into something that we always thought it would. To have this long 10-game schedule is great. The game last year, we finally got one up on them, but they're good and they're always going to be good. They have a coaching change, but this is a matchup that we foresee being one that everybody will look forward to each year.
Is Bronco happy to not see Chris Peterson this next game?
Chris and Bronco are very good friends, so they'll miss that. But I know that people will think that team will slide without Coach Peterson, but they have a great tradition. They have good people in place right now. They've hired a good coach and staff, so look for them to be good.
Game number 9, hello, Murfreesboro, Tennessee, Saturday, November 1st at Middle Tennessee. Have the Cougars ever played a football game in the state of Tennessee?
You know, I think we have played a bowl game, but I don't think it was a regular season game. But Middle Tennessee has athletes, and as we look around, try to balance out the schedule, this is a team that was a bowl team last year. We played them last year, and you could see that they had speed and athleticism in their outside guys and their skill guys. Going back and playing them in Murfreesboro will be difficult. This is a game that's real close to Nashville, Tennessee, so you'll see a lot of our people from the West might want to fly out for that one.
Very cool. The second bye week of the season hits on November 8th, followed by game number 10, Saturday, November 15th in Provo, against another old Mountain West foe, UNLV.
I like this game. We've had some great rivalries with UNLV over the years in a lot of our Olympic sports. Remember the basketball games down in Vegas at the Thomas and Mack?
Absolutely.
So this is great. This is one of those ones where the Mountain West Conference and UNLV did us a great favor by being able to slide the game later into the year, get that game on TV. And, you know, this is a game that I think that we might be able to pull some more games out of this one in the future. We have a home and home scheduled, but we're hoping that we'll get some more with Vegas in the future.
Game number 11, Saturday, November 22nd, presents Savannah State at Lavelle Edwards Stadium on Senior Day. So kind of the same situation with Idaho State coming in for Senior Day this past season. This
is an interesting game. We always try to find games in November that are going to be healthy for our schedule. We had a game against a Division I team that wasn't contracted but really close, and it was my decision to wait and hold to try to get that, and it fell through kind of at the last minute. So we did need to find a FCS team, and Savannah State had an availability. We're grateful to them that they would come out and play us late in November. That doesn't do a lot for their schedule. They're right smack at the end of their season, and we're grateful that they were able to get us on the schedule, and we have a game.
And a great way to finish out the regular season. This was difficult times getting this one to come to fruition, but Game 12, Saturday, November 29th at Cal Berkeley.
This game took a lot of help from the Pac-12, and we are very thankful that they were able to put us in their schedule. I think the Notre Dame games with Stanford and with USC that are such traditional games in that Pac-12 and with Notre Dame made the schedule a little bit flexible, and BYU being an independent, we had these games at the openings at the end of the year. So it was kind of a symbiotic, helpful in each case, and we're grateful that we can go down to beautiful Berkeley, play the Golden Bears to end the season.
Love ending the season against a Pac-12 opponent. Now here it is, the full football schedule for 2014 and BYU. There's obviously some fluidity to the scheduling process. Take, for example, the Boise State BYU game has been played on a Thursday or a Friday the past couple of years. How firm are all of these games?
These games are firm as far as the actual, we're playing them on those weekends. I can see that some of those games could possibly move off of a Saturday. There's some big games that are traditionally played on non-Saturday games, but ESPN is trying to work with the rest of the country, the other broadcast formats, the other conferences to finalize all the schedules. Once that unfolds, they might take one of those remaining Saturday games that is against a big opponent and move it to a big audience on ESPN.
Games 1 and 3 already scheduled for ESPN. How helpful has that been for you to have ESPN on your side in scheduling these games?
ESPN is a great partner. We would not have gone into this independence relationship without ESPN. They've helped us with games, they've helped us on TV, they help us with bowl games, and we're grateful. We have an opportunity to play before a national audience, ESPN or ESPN2, so many times this year, and we're looking forward to that. If we have a great team with great players, that just vaults us out into the top 20, top 25. I
know you're right in the mix of fans saying, well, Nebraska has an opening this day, or another big team. How come BYU doesn't go in on that schedule? What are your thoughts, and how is the reality of dealing with that?
It is interesting now that with blogs and social media, a lot more of our fans understand and know what the other schools are looking for. So if a school, say Bemidji State, comes out and says, we need a game on October 25th, and we happen to have not announced one, then people put 2 and 2 together and say, you should go get that game. But it's not always the case. Many times we maybe not have announced a game, or the other team that thinks they have an opening, they really have someone slotted. So what comes out to the public is not always what is reality behind the scenes.
A lot of people think it's as simple as placing a phone call. Hey, you want to play a game? Let's do it. The Poinsettia Bowl in 2012, Fight Hunger Bowl in 2013. Where are you with bowl game developments for 2014?
Not so fast. You thought I would give you a little sneak preview, but we are very close. We are definitely in major discussion with a bowl and with the conference. So we feel that in the next short while we'll be able to announce that. But we can't announce a game before it is signed, sealed, and delivered. But we'll be the first ones to announce it. You won't hear it anywhere else first.
You've done this timer 100. You know the game. Tom Holmoe, great to have you.
Thanks, Spencer. Appreciate it.